Hello guys, and welcome back to some more Let's Play Crusader Kings II, the Mongol Empire. Currently playing as Kagan Aresan, a 4-year-old, but yeah, it seems like my vassals like me, so that's fine. So yeah, in this episode I think we are going to do some more invading. I'm currently though wondering whether or not I want to invade the Abbasids or if I want to invade Roum, the Sultanate of Roum. Currently Roum has I believe 31,000 dudes ready to go. The Abbasids they have how many? 30,000 as well, so it's pretty much the same. It doesn't vary that much, so it's really just up to I guess what I feel like I want to do. I guess it doesn't matter that much, although we do have some things we have to deal with before we go ahead and declare war. Currently there are some rebels in our lands that we need to knock out. So that's happening. Okay, so in other news, I have recently been playing quite a bit of Crusader Kings II because I am currently playing, I'm continuing my Norwegian campaign sort of off camera, because I'm planning to continue that Let's Play in Europa Universalis 4 in order to sort of show off the what is it called now, save game converter DLC that you get from pre-ordering the game, which I have done, or haven't done it, but it is, I have added it to my cart in Steam, so I'm working on it, and this is gonna be another one of those I have lost, but I refuse to realize it kind of rebels, so they're just gonna run away. So let's just go ahead and disband all the levy, and then I'm going to go ahead and take all these troops, I guess. They can march over there and try and knock out these rebels, why not? And let's just I don't know, man. I'm thinking Roum. I'm thinking Roum would be a nice nation to invade at this point. Currently fighting some random ass. Oh shit, okay, so they're fighting them, but that means that yeah, they're allied to Egypt. Now that's a problem, actually, a really big one as well. How who are you allied to? No, you're not allied to anyone. Okay, so that's fine, but that's worth knowing though. So I guess maybe I'll wait a little bit when it comes to Roum, and then I will deal with them later, I think. Yeah, I'll deal with them once their alliance have sort of broken up and they're no longer allied. Man, I wish they're so difficult to find, you know, good candidates to give away titles to, because whenever you do this, whenever you try to find characters, you always, there's a, you know, you keep getting characters that are not of your correct culture, and that's so annoying. Plus that you know, after you have given away a bunch of titles to a bunch of people, you start having a lot of ambitious people in the list, because you never give, you know, anybody who is ambitious a title. That's retarded. Who would do that? And as a result, you usually just sit around with like a bunch of people who are ambitious. And I am attacked now, but seems like somebody has helped me out, some vassal I believe. That's cool, I like it. How am I doing in a retinue? I do have quite a bit of retinue. The question is though, where the F is that retinue hiding? Maybe these guys down here are my retinue. I was kind of thinking they were the troops that I... Let's take a look here. Yeah, it's a lot of horse archers, so that makes sense that that's my retinue, because I have a bunch of horse archer retinues. Because they are awesome. Oh, the rebellion has lost, so we'll go ahead and kill him. Because it just, I don't know, feels good. Even though it doesn't have any effect. My inbred kinswoman needs an educator, that's fine. I'll find you in, yeah, the depressed one. Educating an inbred 6-year-old is gonna help that, of course. That's simple logic. I can claim this place. Well, I might want to do that at some point. How powerful is Genoa? They only have 7,000, but of course their power has to be also evaluated with the amount of money they have. because they are, you know, they're merchant republic, and merchant republic do love their mercenaries. Or I guess it's just in general anybody with money do loves their mercenaries, but mercenaries, goddammit. But nobody has as much money as the Trade Republic, so there you go. Oh, look at Aragon, look at that. That's some alternative history for you. Catalans. Wouldn't that be hilarious if the Catalans were the ones to sort of, you know, blob the Iberian Peninsula instead of the Castilians? I don't know. Why do you keep coming over here? What do you expect to do? Upsets the lords of Sultanate of Rome. Well, I don't care. Maybe now you'll learn that you can't just come around here and expect me to treat your people kindly. It's not how the universe works. My aunt needs to get married. That's fine. You can. Oh no! What? I can marry her? No, that's weird. My bro. No. Let's find some random derp. This guy, the concubine dude. Yep, perfect. Let's go. Let's get it over with. Okay, so that worked out. Nice. Anyways, keep inheriting stuff because my retarded vassals can't get kids of their own to give them to. So they end up giving them to me instead. Annoying, but such is life. How's the troops coming along? Can make more retinue. I should probably do that, but I'm lazy, so I'm not going to. But yeah, I can't raise as many troops as I could, simply because people don't like me as much as they used to do. Simply because I'm 5 years old. That makes sense though. But okay, I believe this would be an appropriate time to go and invade the Abbasids. Okay, I just wanted to take a look. Sunni, huh? It's actually quite hilarious. In my Norwegian campaign, which I'm currently playing now in order to be able to export it later on, the Shia Muslims were the ones to be sort of, they took over as the major religion. So like there's only some, like I think there's some Sunni over here, and Spain is still Sunni. But other than that, it's all Shia Muslim. That's quite hilarious how that all turned out. So instead of having the Sunni Caliphate, you have the Shia Caliphate. What do you expect? Most serene republic. Fuck you, Genoa. I don't care about Genoa. Stop sending derps of your religion to me. Seriously. Invasion of Arabia, and let's do the invasion of Mesopotamia. Those are the territories that I actually want to acquire. Not these down here. I have no need for them. Just a bunch of desert. Look at this place. Are these lands actually any valuable? No, they're not. They're quite literally just a bunch of desert. I've usually found it quite hilarious how there is, like, I don't know, like, how many people live in Saudi Arabia? Like, 30 million? There's some, like, ridiculous amount of people living there, at least. And I've always found that kind of confusing, to say the least. Oh, shite. This was poorly planned. Oh, well. Raise the levy. Can I get enough men in there to win the day? Make sure we get, yeah, have the best leaders in the world, or in the realm, leading this army, as that would be very much a good thing to have. Okay, let's go ahead and bring all the troops, bring them along. Everybody go there, support the battle. Okay, and some other things I guess I can talk a little bit about is how the I mentioned in the previous episode how I got a bunch of comments about the fact that I should install a mod called No Hassles Vassals, which basically makes it so that you no longer have to do the whole like give out vassals to your you know, find characters basically, and then give them the titles. You can just click a button and the game will do it automatically for you. I did look into that, but whenever I went into the forum page, whatever, where you can like find the mod and shit, it just said like, you cannot access this place because fuck you, that's why. And I was like, oh, okay. Well, shit. Okay, never mind then. I guess I'm not installing that mod. I know there's some better reason for it, but still. And I'm confident that I would have been able to do it if I had really, you know, tried. But it's just that you know, EF4 is coming up very soon now, and I would love to be able to... I don't really want to mess up my game, because usually when I try to experiment my way into having... into figuring out modding and that kind of stuff, I usually have to go through a couple of reinstalls and that kind of stuff. And I would really prefer not having to do that. And I know, you know, it might sound stupid to some people. But just, I don't know, how can I put this? I'm not very smart when it comes to those kinds of things, and I need to get educated. So let's find the best educator in town. And that'll be this one. This woman here, 34 years old, mystic. Yeah, she has pretty much one of the most perfect trait trees you can get. Maybe if she was a genius, that would be better. Although that wouldn't actually mean a difference for me. So, yeah, I put my hopes and dreams into this woman. Oh, she's already educating my brother. How nice. Hey, you're gonna go ahead and educate me as well. Why didn't I actually click the damn button? Ah, well. She is... yeah, oh fuck, she's not even... oh, she's not a Grey Eminence, is she now? Oh, my bro just came of age. He became that thing as well. Yeah, if I was allowed to play as this guy, then I wouldn't have any problem about doing that, because he is... oh, wow, really now? Oh, fuck. Of course. Oh, thank God. My mom. Really nice. Oh, okay. Sure. Fine. You know, I'm so used to having your educators always do like terrible choices for you. But I guess this one doesn't. I'm content, that's lame. I would prefer to be... because you really don't gain anything from being content. And shit, I should probably pay attention to this whole war stuff, shouldn't I? Yeah, that would probably be an advantage. So let's do just that. And there's a peasant revolt. God damn it. Peasants always want stuff. Why can't they just stop complaining and start understanding that revolting is not a recipe for survival? Especially not in the Mongol Empire ruled by me. Okay, that's fine. Look at that archer sprite. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's pretty cool. But yeah, so I'm really looking forward to EU4 at this point. I really have quite high hopes for that game. I really have rather high expectations. But so far, I mean, Paradox Interactive is one of those game companies that rarely disappoint. I mean, I've never really come across anything that I was truly disappointed by and annoyed by, basically. Like, I can recognize the fact that they do a lot of stuff that, you know, I can understand why somebody would call that bullshit. Because a lot of times it is, like, you know, the whole DLC. For example, the DLC that allows me to look like this, basically, you know, the DLC that allows the Mongols to look like Mongols, basically. Like, I mean, at the point when that was released, you couldn't even play as the Mongols. And it is quite ridiculous to make a DLC for something you can't play as. You know, it's sort of like buying a unit pack in Total War or something like that, but you cannot actually use the units. But it's funny, because even though they did that, I still didn't, you know, whenever I, you know, got the DLC, I didn't feel tricked in any way. You know, I didn't feel like I had been, like I didn't get the sort of bullshit feeling that you get whenever you play. Oh, I don't know. Whenever, you know, people bought the SimCity 4, whenever, you know, a lot of people bought that, including myself, I really felt like I had been tricked. I felt like this was not what I was promised. I was promised an awesome game, not some bullshit that doesn't even work. You know. But I've never gotten that feeling when I play stuff coming from oh, hello, here's another guy who's actually even better. He's not a Grey Eminence though, but sure, Make you educate him. It doesn't matter that much. It's mainly just get rid of that little message up there. Okay. So yeah, that's kind of one thing I wanted to mention. Yeah. So I don't know. I'm going to make a sort of a separate video though. Or am I going to do that? I don't even know. Because I have pretty much already decided what I am going to play as in Europa Universal. Oh fuck, I'm getting killed. Okay, everybody abort sieges and help out. Can you get there? No, you cannot get there. Never mind then, keep sieging. Oh crap, and now they're coming over here. Shite. Okay, everybody you go there. You go there, you stay there. This should work out. Yes, I've pretty much already decided. Okay, a cook accused me of stealing cookies. The spymaster insisted I had stolen his quill, and I was accused of making a lot of mischief. For once, I was innocent. I found the perpetrator playing with the quill and stuffing his face with cookies just outside the table. Rivals. Let us wreak havoc together. Fuck yeah. That sounds fun. Why become rivals when you can become friends? But yeah, I've pretty much already made up my mind when it comes to what nation I will start out playing as. I'm actually going to start 2 campaigns in Europa Universalis 4. Simply because I have 2 things I want to do, so I'm going to go ahead and do them both. So the 2 campaigns that I'm going to start off with is going to be... why am I at the war here? It's like red or something? I don't know. So I'm going to start off, of course, one of the 2 campaigns is going to be a Norwegian campaign. My aunt needs to get married. Yeah, so one campaign is going to be a Norwegian campaign. My brother and my aunt. No, it's kind of awkward. I don't feel comfortable doing that kind of stuff. So how about you? Herp in Smolensk or whatever. I don't pay attention. Okay, but yeah. So I'm going to do a Norwegian campaign, which is not. But it's not going to. I'm not going to just play as Norway in the game. I'm going to go ahead and do the save game conversion to sort of show off how that works. And I'm going to use the save game from my my Crusader Kings II Let's Play to do it. So hopefully you guys will be looking forward to that, because I have been getting some. Oh man, I don't know though. I think there was a guy in the comments who whenever I think I mentioned in some video like what nations I would play as or whatever, and the guy in the comments like Ermager plays Norway, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do that, kind of, maybe not in the way you expected, but still, it's something. So that's something. The other campaign though is a little bit more up for this discussion, I think, because the sort of thing that I'm imagining that I'm going to do is that I want to play as one of the successor states of the Mongol Empire. I've always kind of liked the hordes in Europa Universalis, but I've never really been able to do a successful campaign as them. Or, you know, how those games usually turn out is like you play for a while and you are successful for a while, but then there's the whole, you know, tribal succession crisis bullshit and a lot of other crap that comes around, and basically that fucks up your entire campaign, and you have to start from scratch. But I don't know. I have rather high hopes that maybe things are going to be better and a little bit more balanced in Europa Universalis 4. Because I don't know, it feels maybe like they've at least they have tried to put a little bit more work into. Put a little bit more work into the hordes this time around. I hope, at least. I cannot say for sure though. My knowledge on the topic is not very great. So I'm thinking playing as just one random horde. I haven't perfectly decided what horde to play as yet, because the thing is that I don't know the difficulty that you would sort of what difficult category you would put those things in, for example, because, I mean, there are different hordes in the game, and they all have different starting positions and as a result different difficulties. So I really don't know which one to, what I would like to do. Oh, Crusade for Jerusalem. Although there is still a kingdom of Jerusalem, so God knows what will happen if they actually succeed. But oh well, never mind that. But yeah, so the hordes, if I have my knowledge correct, would be the of course the remnants of the Golden Horde, which are like around here somewhere. Then you have the Kazan Horde, which is over here, Crimea over here. Then there's the Uzbeks over here. And then there is the Oryats over in I don't know the perfect region. And then there's the Chagatai Khanate, of course founded by how's this going to be compared to me? It'll be my... Here you go, Chagatai. Oh, it doesn't give me a description, it just says he's my kinsman. Yeah, basically the Khanate that this guy... The Chagatai Khanate, the Khanate that this guy came up with, or whatever. Drunkard, okay. And then I believe there is a nation called the Mongol Khanate. There was at least that in Europa Universalis 3. Although that nation was kind of silly, so I wouldn't be surprised if it's not actually in the game this time around. To be honest, I would actually prefer if it wasn't. Because the Mongol Khanate sounds like a nation, because for those who do not know, the Mongol Khanate was simply just a very, very tiny little nation, and there really wasn't anything more or less complicated to it. A tiny little horde that always just got, you know, just destroyed by the Chinese. Another thing I'm really wondering about the hordes in EU4 is whether or not they have the terrible mechanic of sort of automatic war, like they did have in Europa Universal 3. So basically, how it worked is that as long if you were playing as a steppe horde and you border a nation that was not a steppe horde, you automatically declare war at them. And this was kind of a good idea, I guess. It was good in theory, kind of interesting concept. Really now. It doesn't make any sense at all. Thessalonica, victory in the Crusade. Victory against who? This guy? That's okay. Okay, you won the Crusade, congratulations. Nothing changed. Yay! But yeah. So yeah, what was I talking about? Yeah, the whole automatic war bullshit. But you know, because it kind of makes sense, because you are supposed to, you know, the hordes were supposed to constantly like invade their neighbors and raid and cause problems, but it never actually turned out to be that way, because usually the European and other nations usually had such a major advantage over the hordes that they never really, you know, had a chance to fight them off, because, you know, they had really terrible technology and that kind of stuff and all kinds of stuff. And I also really dislike the way that they made it, like, I think they made them unrealistically difficult, you know? Like, I can respect the fact that they have succession crises, which was a historical thing, but I don't really understand how you can have a succession crisis literally every time there is a succession. That doesn't really feel particularly realistic to me. Like, if there's very low legitimacy or something like that, then I can guess why. I can get why there is a succession crisis. But if, you know, if it's just a random succession, then why? Oh shit! Oh, for 1 second there I thought the Egyptians were fighting me, but they aren't, so it's fine. So I don't know. It always turned out like the technique I remember I used. I remember how I was playing as the Golden Horde, and I remember, because your diplomatic options with other nations were very limited, but what you could do was you could create very small vassals that bordered you, basically. So what I remember I did, I made a bunch of tiny vassals all along my border. I remember Ukraine was there, Moldavia, all over. I had like multiple vassals that basically shielded me from the other European nations, and that strategy kind of worked out for a while. And I always made sure I always bordered only one nation that I kept declaring war on, because you had to declare war so and so often in order to keep your realm stable or whatever. Because if not, you would start getting penalties. Kind of like kind of the same way you get it. Let's say you're playing as an unreformed Norse, you get penalties for not having been at war for a while. But yeah, okay. I guess pretty much this is going to be the end of this war. So let's take a look at the borders. Yeah, because my goal here was just to take over the kingdom of Mesopotamia. I'm not actually take over all of the lands. Oh shite. Some of you might react to that, but you know, I might come back to them later. But to be honest, right now, that I kind of have a plan of what I want to conquer and what I don't want to conquer. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick to that plan for as long as I can. The next invasion will probably either be Rum or Volga, Bulgaria, and the Mordvins. Tribe of Mordvins. Interesting. Yeah, because I want to have the kingdom. I want to have the kingdom of Volga, Bulgaria, and I will have it. So yeah. Anyways. So yeah. I should stop. I shouldn't be talking as if the episode is over before I've actually enforced my demands. And there we go. Bunch of titles. Sweet. I like it. Okay. So that worked out. Baghdad is now under proper Mongol rule. Maybe I'm going to consider making that my new capital region. Wouldn't that be hilarious? But no, I'm feeling like this is proper. This place has pretty much been properly established at this point. Okay, so this is pretty much going to be the end of this episode, following, you know, the old tradition of ending the episodes whenever the war is over. So a quick other note that I want to get out there is that there's going to be a video soon where this is going to be sort of a montage where I have a couple of clips from my Norwegian campaign where I sort of gave you guys an idea of what happened in the time that I didn't actually in the time after the Let's Play ended, and I'm just really just sitting around playing just to, you know, get to a certain year. And I know the save game converter you don't actually need to go to the year 1444, which is when Europa Universalis start. But I kind of want to do that anyways, just to get the because I feel like it is a little bit more correct to do that, you know. Because at that point you'll get the world as it was. At that point you will have the Golden Horde, the Ilkhanate, and that kind of stuff. Because yeah, but you get the idea. So I'll be having a video up for that shortly. I just have to actually finish playing the game. I think I have about 200 years left now of that game. So but I'm literally just sitting around, just speeding up the game, watching some YouTube videos while I'm at it, trying to keep my realm united. But you'll be surprised of how many hilarious things happened. I don't want to spoil too much, but I can say that at some point the Byzantines were ruled by. Well, here we go! I wanted to say at some point the Byzantines were ruled by a Catholic, but what do you know? Currently the Byzantines are ruled by the Hungarian dynasty? What the fuck? The Kingdom of Hungary for some reason took over the... Huh. Well, I guess that wasn't too surprising. But another thing I guess I could make a quick note on would be a Swiss-banned republic. Yeah, I'm not going to even say anything more about that. Anyway, so look forward to that video, and until that video, or until the next video I make, bye!